Hello and welcome to my morning report analysis videos on Monday the 3rd of October with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. We've got a fairly positive start actually to trading today. Over the weekend we had news out that, or suggestions in the German press that the fine that Deutsche Bank are likely to pay could be reduced to 5.4 billion from the $14 billion that the Department of Justice were originally sort of looking for. And that has sort of means that maybe they're not going to have such significant impact on their capital funding or their sort of their capital, and it's sort of helped to stabilise sentiment, I think, today, and certainly we had Wall Street sort of mildly higher into the close, and European markets have been stabilised again today. Now the big move today has come on sterling, really. Sterling has significantly sold off again over the reports on the weekend that Theresa May is looking to trigger Article 50 towards the end of Q1 next year, and that has led to sort of accusations or suggestions again that perhaps we're looking for a hard Brexit in the UK. But in terms of your market, so your general feel today, it's sort of basically sort of flat again on the dollar, mildly dollar positive. Due to the fact that you've got that sterling weakness coming through the market. But in terms of your treasury yields, you have had a bit of a jump in both 2-year and 10-year, but this is an interesting chart, isn't it? This is the 2-10 spread, and the spread between the two has come right down again in the last week or so, having gone considerably the other way. And that sort of, again, suggests that there is a sort of a bit of a consolidation on the two, but you can see the 10s has fallen away quite sharply, and that is, for me, or for my sort of looking at the markets, it's not a great sort of expectation of the US economy going forward, whereby the sort of 2-year treasury is holding up, which again suggests that maybe that the Fed is sort of moving towards some sort of hiking cycle, but again the 10-year does not suggest any inflation really coming down the line. It's still suggests that the longer end of the yield curve is still quite favoured. So that is, generally speaking, not very good for risk appetite going forward for my money. But certainly the oil price jumping again this morning out through the resistance of last week, and it looks to be testing that 48.75 level from August. That's on the WTI. That seems to be coming through that. If it breaks through that, you're sort of looking back towards the highs again, really. 50.50 and 51.67 being that June high. But really strong move we're seeing in the oil price since that OPEC decision. So what have we got to look forward to today? Well, we've got basically the PMI data. If I can show you the PMIs for the European countries, which have come out all through this morning. You've seen sort of France mildly beating expectations, but still in contraction territory. Germany basically in line. The Eurozone across the board in line with expectations, so no real sort of movement. In fact, the euro is basically flat on the day, so no real sort of suggestion of that. But an interesting turnaround that we've seen on sterling since the UK manufacturing PMI came out. Again, another strong beat there, 55.4. Further evidence that UK data is still holding up since the Brexit decision. So sterling has subsequently just jumped a little bit, but nothing too significant. I think traders are still concerned about Theresa May's comments over the weekend. Now we've got the US manufacturing PMI at 3 o'clock, the ISM data, and that is at 50.3, up from 49.4. Which was a big surprise to the downside, so just a slight unwinding of that today. So a little bit of volatility this afternoon with that data in mind. Now today is my first or the first day at Handtech of the Trader of the Year contest in October, and I'm going to be sort of splitting up my videos in a bit of a different way now, so please join me again for a look at the Trader of the Year contest videos, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.